Hey, what's going on, guys? Today we're going to be talking about something very important. My downstairs.
What he just say? Did you hear what he just said? Did you hear that?
Just playing. We are going to be talking about my real stairs that I installed in my home about 2.5 years ago. When we bought this home and this funky red carpet all upstairs and going down the stair treads. My wife said it had to go before we even moved in, so I only had about 3 days between purchasing and getting the keys and moving stuff in. Wasn't a lot of time to shoot, but I did take quite a few photos. But first I want to show you what the house looked like and where I even got these stair treads and how we ended up going with this live edge staircase. Here we go.
So this story actually begins with me slabbing up a whole log that had fallen in a hotel parking lot across from my job. I cut it up myself, loaded it in my Prius, and stored it in my apartment for what felt like 4 years. When we moved, my wife was like, hey, do we have to take this? And I was like, yes, of course. We finally got a house that fit all 16 of us, but it had this funky carpet all in it, like I said, that was bright red. We ended up ripping all of that carpet out upstairs and on the stair treads themselves and replacing the upstairs with LVT. But LVT doesn't look really good on stairs. I don't know if you knew this or not. So we decided to, guess what? Use that log that I'd been toting around for 4 years. I cut it up into manageable pieces and then on a step-by-step basis had to make sure each piece fit properly. After I did a test fit and figured out which pieces I wanted where, my wife picked out a stain and I applied it. We clear coated it and I did this all in my garage with limited tools. We weren't even moved in yet. You can see the mess we made there. Once it was all done, we went ahead and installed them on the steps.
I got it. It was in there real good.
And I did the most professional job you could imagine, didn't I? Oh yeah, I did. Then I used this small strip of wood as a guide to drill 3 screws on each side. That's how I held them down. I didn't use any glue, and I used LVT as the back kickboard, whatever it is. And that way it matched the upstairs and had some continuity. But the end result looks great. I absolutely love them. It's unique. You couldn't find it anywhere else. And it just really... Wait. Are those sandals? Anyways. You just won't be able to find them anywhere else. And it adds a really cool talking point. I do need to replace that rail though. With any wood stairs you have, especially if you have 5 little demons running around, you're going to have nicks and dents. And it's just unavoidable. But after 2 years, I'm going to be honest, this held up really, really good.
And that's really about it, guys. So to sum up a few things that you might have some questions on. First off, the type of wood that I used, well, I used the wood that I cut down, and I thought it was a hickory tree. Turns out it was poplar. To the best of my ability, that's what I can figure out it was. And I don't suggest you make stairs out of it. I suggest you get something harder, like a red oak. With that being said, it has held up great. And a lot of that I think is because of the type of finish I used. I used a Varathane polyurethane 4 floors, and it's designed for high traffic. And it's really taken the abuse pretty well, which is saying something because I live with animals and a few dogs. But the stairs themselves have been great. There is a few nicks and dents. You're going to have that with any wood finish. The only thing I wish I would have done is instead of taking all of the old stair treads out and then putting these new ones that I milled, I wish that I would have left them on and cut off the lip of the existing stair treads like I did at my father-in-law's house and just glued these on top of the existing stair treads. That would have given me a lot more surface contact, and I want to have a few steps with a weird noise. At least you know, none of my kids are gonna escape in the middle of the night. But anyways, thanks so much for watching. Hope you guys have a good one and stay safe, and I'll talk to you soon.